It is really hard to fathom, but it seems like nobody is talking about what's going on in New Zealand right now. Jacinda Ardern has locked down New Zealand over 4 cases. Those aren't even deaths or hospital admissions or mass kind of spreading events in major conurbations. This is just 4 cases. And she's reimposed one of the most drastic lockdowns there is for a further 12 days, as it was. I'm not sure people are aware either of a massive sweeping power grab that went through Parliament just at the start of all of the COVID. Went through Parliament in under 24 hours without public consultation, and it means that Jacinda Ardern and her henchmen can enter your home without a warrant. They can take you away and hold you in a detention centre for quarantine if they suspect you of having COVID. And as is now being done with these 4 cases, they are being taken away, held hostage effectively to the government, and will be held there until such time as they can be released. This can happen to family members as well, and they can be held separately. So you can be taken from your home forcibly under guard, held hostage in a detention centre, removed from your family, all because you tested positive for something which is effectively like a flu. And this is going on right now in New Zealand in 2020. And you know, it causes me to reflect somewhat on why it is that Jacinda Ardern was promoted so heavily at the front end of 2020, why there was this kind of beatification of Jacinda Ardern. And it does cause me to question once more the mosque shooting, because that was really the trigger point for attention on Jacinda and her kind of politics, which was seen as the humane way of being a political leader in the 20th century. People need to start looking at New Zealand, talking about New Zealand, and asking, how would you feel if people entered your home without a warrant, took you away to hold you in a detention centre, held you away from your family, shut your business if they wished without reason, and told you it was simply because you tested positive for COVID, which is pretty much like flu?
Agenda 21 is dependent on the Hegelian dialectic, and that says that a crisis is created and a solution is posed, and the balance between the two then becomes the new normal. And the balance between the two then becomes the new normal, which is something that you never would have accepted. But now that there's a crisis, then you are forced or pressured to accept this new solution.
Now imagine a world where mass outbreaks of deadly diseases are commonplace. Well, it sounds scary, but that might not be too far off. The World Health Organization has warned in a BBC interview that we're entering a new phase where such a reality is, quote, a new normal.
A new normal.
It is a new normal.
A new normal.
Waking up to a new normal.
Looking forward into this next phase of reopening and establishing some kind of new normal.
Embrace the new normals of social distancing and sheltering in place, all the physical isolation.
Now masks are becoming the new normal.
Just trying to cope with the new normal? This is the new normal.
As I have repeatedly said, this is our new normal.
This will be the new normal until a vaccine is developed.
A crisis is created and a solution is posed, and the balance between the two then becomes the new normal, which is something that you never would have accepted. But now that there's a crisis, then you are forced or pressured to accept this new solution.
COVID is the world's new normal. Here in New Zealand, we are all working as hard as we can to make sure that our new normal disrupts our lives as little as possible. I know the uncertainty COVID has created is incredibly difficult though, and for everyone. We are all in the same boat.